Hey guys, um, I just got back from work and I guess I think about this often, but I don't know, maybe I'm in just a low mood right now or something, but I hate work. I hate working. It's not even that I hate my job specifically. I hate work. I hate that at some point you're taught that your entire life is basically that you just have to make money for like some big company. And even like growing up, and I don't know, I guess you don't think about it much. You just think about like, oh, I want to do something I like. I'm one of the lucky ones. I work in like a somewhat, it's so hard to call it creative. I work in television, okay? And at some point when you're a kid, you're taught that basically the point of being, well, the main thing you do in your life is wake up every morning and head into work and do some work which, unless you're like a doctor or I don't know, you do something that directly helps people, the only thing you really get out of it is a bit of money. And every year, that little bit of money you get is worth a little bit less. And the things that you can do with it are a little bit more limited. So it's not really a huge incentive. And it's also you can make some rich person more rich. And I guess one of the biggest things that has brought on this like even more heightened cynicism around this is all this Epstein shit, okay? And everyone's like, why do you link everything to Epstein? Because what basically, what I realize is, since I was born and possibly before, and when I say Epstein, I'm not just talking about the guy, I'm talking about type of person. It's just hit me, like, we basically all work for Epstein. And it's, it's like, whether you like it or not, what you're doing is, if you, especially if you're working like TV or something, and maybe if you're a doctor, it's not the same thing, or you know something useful like fucking bin man or plumber, so actual useful utility jobs. You're basically just making money for someone who's probably a sick fucking pedophile, degenerate freak. And I don't know how no one cares about, like, nobody talks about this. And then just on top of that, it's kind of an existential nightmare to just actually deep the fact that I will not be happy at basically any job. Okay, that's not true. Well, in most jobs, I won't be happy, or I won't feel. I think it's just the fact that you have to work. We all have to do this thing that most of us don't want to do. And if you start complaining about it, or if you hate it, people are like, oh man, that guy is having a rough day. I'm sorry that I'm just aware more about the situation that we're all in. And sometimes it gets to me. And maybe it gets to me a bit more because I have depression. It's really frustrating. It's so depressing. Like, unless you're like gonna have kids or something, like what the fuck are we even doing? Oh great, I get to help make this TV show. Fucking amazing. That helps other people distract themselves from the fact that their life fucking sucks because of some other pedophile. So I can make my pedophile rich. What's the point? I don't want to do any of this. You don't want to do any of this. No one wants to do any of this. But when you voice that, they act like there's something wrong with you. Yes, I do have like depression, but half the time I think, okay, well maybe it's not really my fault. Maybe it's not really because there's something wrong with my brain. Maybe I'm just reacting to what's going on a little bit faster than everyone else. I don't know. and like forget having hobbies really, especially if you're like me. I personally don't feel like I have any hobbies anymore. Like there's things I'm interested in. There's things I like to do. There's things I do in my free time, in what little there is of it. But it's not I don't have time to do what I want. You know what I mean? Like we all get one shot at life. Like this is my turn to be alive. The fuck am I doing? It's like I feel like I don't have a choice. Because the alternative is basically being dead. And again, it's like there just isn't that sense of any kind of solidarity, community of people that have to work. We're all fighting each other. Everyone's like, when I was younger, I had to do this. Oh, you're so lucky. You get to work in TV. I have to work at the cafe, and it's just like, oh, dude, I don't want to work at all, and neither do you. Like people, none of this stuff is important to me. Okay, I guess that's the thing. None of it's impactful. It doesn't really matter to me. And I feel like the people that think it is some like, selfless thing that we're doing, it's not. We're making a product that is just there to entertain people and teach them very little. I don't know, man. It just isn't what I want to do with my life. But I don't have the financial freedom, and I'm also set back by the fact that feel like I have a fucking disability in my head. When I was younger, I didn't have work, I just had school, okay? School was a similar thing where I hated it, felt pointless, didn't like doing any of it. But I had a lot more free time, and back then, I don't know really what was different. I guess maybe it just hadn't hit me yet that this kind of is it. And I know people say, well, you're still young, you don't know if this is it, there's other jobs to try out. I know there are, okay, I know this. But I feel like I can't do anything that I want to do because I always feel like it's a waste of time because it isn't making me any money. It isn't making this goddamn living situation any easier. It feels selfish to even do stuff you like doing. And I'm just like, what is even the point of any of this then? I can't even do the thing I want to do. And I have so little amount of time in the day, and I'm so stressed about all this other stuff. Other people want me to do this, my work wants me to do this, my friends want to do this, and then half of me wants me to go do this, and the other half wants to do this, that I'm just left there thinking, I don't want to do anything. That's where like the depression bit comes in. I think when you have like depression, you can generally feel it. Like sometimes I can feel it in my head that there's a limit on how good I can feel today. And there's basically nothing that's going to change that. And the older I get, there's less things that can change that. I feel like I'm more and more stuck in that. However, when I do break free from it, I feel more free than I ever did. So I guess there's some hope. But it's so fleeting. Like it makes me so sad because like it's not just me. I know there's other people, but I'm talking about me, okay? On this video, I think that I am talented. I think I'm quite creative and I have some pretty good ideas. And I have like built up. Oh my god, I'm dying, bro. I love how my sound probably isn't working. Okay, it is working. Since I was a kid, I've built up a range of skills in a bunch of stuff. And there's things I would like to do with those skills. I think I would like to do them. But because of my limited amount of time, the amount of other things I have to do in my life, I don't actually get to do any of this stuff. And then on top of that, every time I want to do something, I feel like I'm fighting against like an invisible wall in my head which is just like, well, no, we're not gonna do anything. Why would we do anything? What's the point? I don't know. I've had this for a long time, that I feel like I can sometimes ignore it, and occasionally I feel like I'm working on it, I'm working through it to an extent, and I do feel that I have progress in ways, but it's the effort that I need to do stuff, even play a fucking video game. I don't play games, and I haven't watched a new program in like a year. I don't look for I don't try. Well, I do try, but it all just feels like, oh, it's a thing I have to go and do now. I don't have the mental energy or the commitment or the passion. The passion is gone. And I feel like, talent without passion is just a bit of a tragedy. Is that the word? Yeah, it just feels like I'm not doing anything with any of it. I don't get to do anything with any of it. And it would be so much easier if there were other people who shared more interest with me in the things I want to do. Because I will admit that one of the big reasons why I did stuff when I was younger is because I was doing stuff with other people, be it online or my friends in person, like making videos and stuff like that. But because of capitalism and work and stuff, I don't get to do these things that make me happy anymore, because everyone else is also stuck in the same position. It just sucks. I don't know, I just basically I haven't got anything really to say other than this sucks, and I wish more people would just be like, yeah, it sucks, instead of trying to convince me that it's not all that bad. It is bad. Like, objectively, we're living in a pretty bad situation right now. And I don't know, occasionally I want to walk into work and I want to be able to say like, oh my God, what the hell? And people go, yeah, what the hell? Because at least then there's some kind of, we're in the same boat, but people want to act like they're in a different boat because they feel differently about it, or they've just told themselves they do. I don't know. But oh my God, man, there's like stuff I really want to do with my life. I don't feel like I'm getting to do any of it. But I'm lucky because I'm able to make money doing a relatively simple job that I've become very good at. So I shouldn't just throw that away, because I don't know if I will have the energy, the mental capacity to go for something else, because I have depression. And I feel closer and closer to just not caring even about that. Like, I think if I lost my job, I would just die. Like, I don't think I could do it. And we were like, oh, you need to take a break. I know, but like, fuck. I want to take a break from feeling like this. I don't know, not a very positive one today. I'm not gonna lie, I've been feeling like this all day. Last week, I had a solid 5 days of feeling a lot better about pretty much every aspect of my life, by being just a little bit more like patient and understanding like how I'm doing, and understanding like what how other people are doing, and not demonizing people as much. But man, I just don't know. I don't know, like, what are we doing? What are we actually doing? Great, I get to work in something creative. I have no creative control over anything I do, and most visual effects people would say the same. You get into this thing because you love art, you love creating stuff, and your job is just to make money for some rich fucking guy whose parents probably would chill with fucking murdering people and colonialism and all this other shit, and that's how they got their job now. And all you can do is smile and wave.